Hey everyone, and welcome back to Lauren's Take. Okay, so again, you see me in the study room. This has been the only time I've been able to actually find to film videos, and this is what we're gonna have to do. But anyway, that's not the point. As Amber says again, it's neither here nor there. Anyway, so today, as you can see from the title, I'm going to be breaking down the trailer for that we just got, the official teaser trailer, like two technically. But this is the longest trailer that we've gotten for the Percy Jackson and the Olympians show. As y'all know, I have been extremely excited about this show, mainly because Percy Jackson, I've definitely realized it is my favorite series, and I think it's just because it's so good, but also because, I don't know, it just, I reread all of the books last year, and I was just like, oh, I've missed this so much. So, I've been literally eat, sleep, and breathing Percy Jackson for like the past, I would say, year and a half with all of the news for the show, staying on Twitter, trying to see what's going on. I've made so many on their internet friends because we've all been obsessing over it. But finally, we have an actual big teaser that's actually showing what the show's going to be looking like. A lot of all of the great stuff. I've seen it at this point 3 times. So I do want to preface this video by saying that. So I've been able to kind of pinpoint certain things that I think are really important to kind of point out in terms of what we should look forward to in the show. Another reminder that the show comes out December 20th with a 2-episode premiere on Disney Plus. It's a tough situation because, of course, the SAG-AFTRA strike is happening as well as the Writers Guild strike is happening. So neither Rick nor the cast can actually promote it, aside from Becky, who is Rick's wife. So shout out to Becky. We love you, Becky, for giving us all the tea and all that. But yeah, so it's really sad that they can't enjoy these moments because they worked really, really hard on it. But we're going to stand it. We're going to support them so we can get another season and hopefully get all of the books done. But as of now, I can definitely say I'm really, really excited, especially from this teaser. So without further ado, please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's get into it. All right, everyone, so now we're going to get started. As you see, I have the teaser pulled up. It's only played technically a millisecond of music, but we're just going to get right into it to see kind of all of the things that's happening. But excited about it. Let's go into it for the 4th time. Anyway.
I was scared of dentists in the dark.
My name is Percy Jackson. Am I a troubled kid? Yeah, you could say that.
So real quick, one thing that we found out is the statue that Percy's looking at in the scene is actually Perseus, and he's holding Medusa's head, which is so exciting because, of course, we know that's such an important moment in the first book, Lightning Thief. So excited about this. We also have this little window kind of looking at how Percy writes his name, which is also really exciting, but also kind of seeing how his brain is kind of changing the letters because of his dyslexia, but of course we know his brain is wired to be able to see or read ancient Greek and Latin rather than English. So that's kind of why, but I think it's good how they showcase this, so I'm excited about this.
Bad grades, bullies, all the normal stuff. And then there's some stuff that's maybe not so normal.
Okay, so the fact that Riptide, I was wondering how they were going to kind of show the pen that Riptide is really in, the nice ballpoint pen, because in the book it's more of a pen that you'd take the top off, but this looks like it's just a clicker pen. That's really not that important, but I just thought that was interesting because I was intrigued to see how that was going to look. And also, real quick thing for Walker, he's just chef's kiss. He is doing an amazing job. But anyway, let's continue.
There you are. You saw something. Something that no one else could see.
Also, can we talk about the tone? The tone is so just serious, and I don't know what to say about it. It's I kind of like it though, because I feel the book it has its serious moments, and of course it has its extremely sarcastic and comedic moments, but I don't know, the show is giving us that like sense of no, this is real stuff, you know. And I remember actually this reminds me back to kind of when they were filming the show, they were saying, oh no, it's a lot darker than how the movie was trying to be, which is good because it isn't that lighthearted. Like, of course, there's a lot of funny moments, but the stuff these kids be going through, no, it's a lot. It's hard, and it's a lot of stuff going on. And Percy is also dealing with a lot of this stuff too, just kind of internally, but also just trying to understand where his place is. And so I think already with the show kind of taking on this tone, it's really good. And I kind of love that moment where, you know, Percy's really about to go defend Grover, and Grover's like, no, it's okay. But yeah, anyway, great. And his mom, oh, Sally, yay. Okay, anyway, let's continue.
The stories that I have told you about great gods and half-bloods.
Hold up. I think that scene where Walker, let's revert back.
The stories that I have...
This scene, I don't know if this is when they're in the cabin, or is this when what Clarice does to him, you know? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, but I'm pretty sure it's before, because he doesn't have on a Camp Half-Blood shirt or anything. But again, I don't know how they're going to factor that in. So this scene could be like literally anything. But let's
told you about great gods and
rest in peace to Lance. I think it was so great that we were able to kind of showcase Lance Reddick as Zeus, you know. And also, let's talk about Olympus right now. So when I originally thought of Olympus, I've always thought of it as like this really big, like especially like the council of the gods room, if you will. I've always thought of it as like extremely big, of course, like the size of his throne matches what I expected. But I don't know, I was just thinking that it's going to be really big, but I think, I don't know, they're probably just making it easy to kind of see for the show. I don't know. But I think it's interesting how they kind of created Olympus, because I was just expecting like white marble, you know, all over the space. And it's kind of not that. I think it's really interesting how they decided to create Olympus, and I'm digging it. I think I like it. So, you know, we're going to keep going.
half-bloods. They are real.
Mrs. Jackson, things have changed. This is all developing a lot faster than we anticipated.
Grover, why is there half a goat in your pants?
So the important thing is not to panic.
So again, those little moments of just like comedic time, and then he's like, Grover, why is this happening? And also, okay, so thinking back to that scene that I saw, because he has the same sweater on, then it must be just, he's like, I have no idea what's happening. What the heck? And then Grover coming in, and yeah, this is great. This is great. Yes, based on the best-selling web series by Rick Riordan. Okay.
Percy Jackson.
Kyron! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about Glenn Turman playing Kyron. I don't think enough people have talked about Glenn Turman as Kyron. He's so perfect to play Kyron, and I'm so excited to see how he's going to do that. Already, it's so great. It's so great. I'm just loving it. But Camp Half-Blood, oh, the big house. This is the big house. It has to be. It's either the big house or the dining hall. But either way, I'm loving it. And also the little stream of campers, you know, playing capture the flag. This is going to be so exciting. I'm loving the setup of it. It's so good.
Been expecting you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Dior as Clarice, she is slaying. I'm so excited about her playing Clarice. She's doing the thing. So yes. And this scene, oh, this is great.
The master.
So first time I made about yay. But anyway, yeah, like Clarice, she was like, oh no. We are going to stop this man because he decided to automatically just put all this water up in my face, and I wasn't planning on it, even though she caused it. But anyway, that's not the point. That's, again, neither here nor there. But also, Annabeth, I'm trying to figure out where, like, let's kind of go back. So we have this. Yes. Oh. Okay, sword play, amazing. It's awesome. Grover, Annabeth. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out where Annabeth is at this moment, or where they are in the story. It makes me think like she sees him probably like practicing, you know, his sword fighting, and, you know, from afar. And she's just like, oh, this kid, you know. That's what I'm kind of getting from this. But
The
yeah.
master vault has been stolen.
Ooh, delivering the quest.
That is your quest.
So I think this is the Lotus Hotel. I'm so excited about this. I'm loving the vibes of it. Because at least in the movie, I really liked kind of how they set up the Lotus Hotel situation. But this is really nice. This is really great. I'm loving the colors of their outfits. I've seen their outfits so many times at this point. Because again, I've been watching literally anything related to the show. But I love it. They look like such a unit. I'm so proud of my kids. Okay, anyway. Earrings. Okay, sorry.
Remember what?
Oh, I'm sorry, but personal hug. Anyway, that like really made your girl emotional. And oh my gosh, Borderland. Okay.
I taught you. You're gonna need to be brave now.
Oh, the Minotaur. Oh my gosh. Sally, she's doing well. You know, for the little scenes that we get of her, I forgot the actress who played her name. I'll probably insert it here if I can find it. But anyway, she is doing like a really amazing job in terms of kind of keeping calm, but also like, okay, Percy, so this is kind of happening, you know. But yeah, let's continue. We're almost done. Okay. So I'm sorry. We gotta.
You're gonna
Okay.
need to be brave now.
All right. So, oh my gosh. This is our first image of Riptide officially. And if you all saw the cast photo, not the cast photo, the series poster of Walker as Percy doing this. And then I've seen like the animation of it is so cool. And we got to really see Riptide for how long it is and everything like that. Like, it's so cool. And I'm just like, this is so cool. The effects that they made for it, like, so I'm really excited. Anyway, let's continue. Yo. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I've again watched that teaser 4 times now. And I'm still just as triggered as I was the first time watching it. I think what's so great about this teaser is it kind of takes us chronologically through the story and kind of gives us a little sneak peek for what we can expect, but it still cuts out a lot, right? Like, it gives you like a little sense of little things. The one thing that I just thought about that's not in this trailer, one of the main things, one, we don't see Luke, which is very interesting. I wonder why they've decided not to show him yet. Because we've seen Clarice, but Clarice is not necessarily like the big bad, right? Because we know like they showcased Ares, right? And we saw a little snippet, I think, probably like right before their fight. I think. But also after they left the diner and he paid for their hamburgers. I love that chapter. I love the chapter name. We also saw Percy jump off the arch. If y'all saw him jump into the water, not with Annabeth, but it was another scene when he jumped off the water. I'm pretty sure that's when he jumps off the arch. And I remember when they were filming that and everyone was like, they're actually doing it. I mean, I don't think Walker literally jumped off the arch, but of course, you know, in terms of that, I think they actually filmed, I don't know if they filmed in St. Louis or I don't know. They did something. They filmed mostly in Canada. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is that I think it's really interesting that Luke is not brought up at all. Not mentioned. I noticed even with the Annabeth scenes, like, they showed more of the camaraderie and the friendship of Annabeth and Percy that develops. But I noticed, I think the only sense that we got of Annabeth kind of like, oh, who is this kid? Is literally that very first shot of we see of her where she's like, you know, I love it. I'm so proud of our girl Leah. Oh my gosh. Anyway, can I just cry for a second? Because I don't think I've actually like sat and talked about how excited I am about this show. Because the funny thing is, I feel like I've been like the Percy Jackson show apologist for like all of my friends, because a lot of people have been kind of saying how they feel about Walker not dyeing his hair, the fact that he doesn't have the green eyes like Percy is described to be in the books. Of course, there have been many racist people about Leah playing Anne. The reason why I have been so kind of forgiving and apologetic, and like I was so excited when Annabeth was cast or Leah was cast as Annabeth, right? Because one, the significance of that. The thinking about like when I was a little kid, I was not little. I was like in middle school. When I finally read Percy Jackson for the first time and identifying with Annabeth and loving Annabeth, it was one of those things that I was just like, oh my gosh, like it'd be so cool. You know, like I wasn't even thinking about the fact that she wasn't black, but I was also just like, this is a badass girl who's doing the thing. And, you know, she knows what she's doing. She's strategic. She's smart. She's awesome. She's really the one leading things behind the scenes, right? And even in front of the scenes, I would say. And so I've always admired Annabeth. And so the fact that we have a young black girl playing her is so huge. It's so exciting. And it's so, and I just saw something of what Leah said, I think, when they were still filming, because again, the strike, but she was saying the fact that I'm going to be kind of this model or representation for young girls who look like me, you know, and just young girls around the world. And I think how she said it was so perfectly well said. And, you know, do not come on this channel insulting Leah's casting, because sis is eating it up and I'm so proud of her. But anyway, Walker is also embodying Percy. I think there's been a lot of shade towards him and I'm not appreciating it. Of course, like at first, all of us were like, oh, he's blonde, you know, he doesn't have the, you know, the black hair that we were expecting Percy to have. But at the same time, as Rick said, he was like, it doesn't matter what the heck they look like as long as they can embody the character and embody the personality, because that's really what it means. We're not going to be crying half down the road because he doesn't look like Percy, right? We didn't care that Daniel Radcliffe didn't look like Harry. Just saying. So thinking about that is like, you can't do that. It's really just stop it now. I'm doing this early because I probably will be doing a review for every episode, because again, I love Percy Jackson and I've been so excited about this and so devoted to it, and also so I've been the apologist essentially, even though I don't need to apologize. Like I think what Rick is doing, what the producers did, what the casting director, everybody who's involved with this project, like they knew what they were doing and they casted the perfect people to play these characters. And from this teaser, they didn't make any bad decisions, I don't see. So, you know, y'all can still be acting crying, but we're not doing that. So I'm really proud of Walker and Leah for doing such a great job as Percy and Annabeth from what we have already seen. I'm loving how they're making the characters their own, but also, you know, yeah. But I went on a way longer tangent than I planned just now. But so yeah, I think it's really interesting. Back to my original point. I think it's interesting that Luke is not brought up. Luke, again, if you've read the books, if you haven't read the books, you have had, I remember someone saying on Twitter, and it cracked me up. Like someone was like, please don't spoil. And like all of the Percy Jackson fans literally was like, what the heck is wrong with you? We are going to spoil. And what I said is literally like, I said, the books have been out. The very first book has been out since 2005, meaning you have had how many years? 18 to read it. If you have not read it still to this point, and you only have to read the first one, if you still have not read it to this point, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to get it spoiled, because we are going to sit and review every single second we can to talk about how much we love these books and how awesome the adaptation is. So, again, I will tell you I'm spoiling, but I'm not going to hold back. Anyway, but I think the biggest point is like, we know how Luke ends up, you know, and I think I'm really excited to see how that's going to be acted out and portrayed in the show. That's going to be good. Because when I reread the book, I don't know how I forgot the end, but I forgot the end. And when I got to the end, I was like, oh my gosh, like it was so crazy. So I'm excited to see how that is portrayed, but I'm really intrigued to see why they didn't include Luke. That's really interesting to me. So I wonder if we'll get any more trailers, because again, these are just teaser trailers. I don't know when we're going to get an official trailer. I guess maybe a lot of times I've noticed with streaming services, they don't put out like the official trailer till literally like a few days before the show actually premieres or the movie actually premieres, which is interesting. So I don't know, but I'll keep y'all updated. I know October 15th, we're getting a sneak peek from at New York Comic Con. So hopefully somehow the strikes are over so the cast can go, Rick can go, all of the people involved can go, because they deserve to be celebrated for all the hard work that they've done. And already from this teaser, I can tell they did some serious work, and I'm so excited. But yeah, another thing that I noticed was not in here was, or someone I noticed was not in here that we haven't seen yet, is Poseidon. I think it's very interesting that they're holding that in, because they showed Zeus, but they didn't show Poseidon. I thought that was interesting. So two extremely important characters who are directly connected to Percy, I think is really interesting that they didn't show them. And they were even minimal with what they were saying with Sally. Like, I think it's really, I like the choices. I like the choices, and it's going to be, running around in my mind. But in terms of a teaser, I think there's so many great things as I sat and broke down the trailer, that I really loved, that I didn't see anything that I was like, I don't know. But I'm also that person who's just like, if you can convince me easily, then we're good. And I was convinced easily, like the tone, the music, the moments that we saw were so good. And the actors are just slaying. I'm just so proud of them. I'm so proud. Anyway, but yeah, and I just love how they've recreated Camp Half-Blood, because it's so funny when you have an image in your head of how it's supposed to look, and then when they actually have the budget to make it and create it and be able to make something so robust and so cool. Like, they put some time and energy into the setup of Camp Half-Blood, into the setup of Olympus. And so seeing those two specific places, because they are so prevalent in the novels, it's like literally going back to little 12, 13-year-old Lauren and just like, Lauren, we did it. I've seen so many kids or people on Twitter like saying, like, me to my younger self, like my 13-year-old or my 12-year-old self, saying, we did it, Joe. The meme of Kamala Harris or Vice President Harris. And so I love it so much because it's so true. But yeah, I haven't really looked at everyone else's reactions and responses, but from my friends, everyone is excited. Everyone is impressed. Everyone is here for it. So, and all of us are like diehard Percy Jackson fans. And Amber, she loved it too. So, we're all vibing with that. So I no complaints. High expectations that I know they're going to shatter. I'll be very shocked if my expectations aren't met because of how involved Rick was in the filming process, in the writing and room, in the production. Like, he was very, 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 very involved, because I think he knows how much we want it. And he also knows how much he wants it, right? Like, he wants kind of redemption for what those movies were. Like, the movies that shall not be named. And I think because he cares so much about it and wants to give the fans something and wants to give himself and his wife something, because it's something that is so, like, Percy Jackson has expanded past everything at this point. And so being able to give us something like just like a thank you, essentially, I think he really put a lot of time and energy into it. And I'm so excited to see the final product. I don't know, y'all. I may be having to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch the show because I'm so excited. I'll probably be watching them multiple times because I just need every little second I can get. But yeah, I'm so excited. But yeah, now I'm rambling, so I'm gonna end it here. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching this trailer breakdown and reaction. I'm so excited for this show. Make sure to tune in December 20th for the 2-episode premiere on Disney+. Also, just thank you for watching this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't give it a thumbs down. That's just rude. Also, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I shall see y'all in the next one. Okay, bye.